lives into March. You know why? Beat cop makes $93,000 in Joliet. Can't pay that much in Lemont. We have a fiscal responsibility, but it's just a difference. I mean, it's just the difference between communities. I mean, it's just economics, you know. And I gotta weigh the good with the bad. And is there a business risk involved? Absolutely. There is every day when I wake up. Every job I do based upon the job I have here, the job I have in my regular office, and the job I have at Metro now. There's a risk in every decision we make when it comes to capital improvements and how we get revenue.
I just noticed this week, Mayor Emanuel, person that I've gone through, and their credit rating went down. The city, you know, it's just getting worse and worse, and the feds too. It's just like the taxpayers are, we can't do anything. It's like, it's not the village, it's a township, it's a county, it's the state, it's the nation. It's like, okay, so what am I, in Russia now, or what's the deal here? I mean, is that what this is? I mean, and it's just the group that we represent. I mean, my phone's ringing all the time. I mean, I'm getting more phone calls than you guys are. I mean, I didn't plan on being this, and Janet's getting calls, and Susan and Kiki, we're just getting these calls all over. And they're asking for help. They're saying, can you help us? And now we're getting calls, well, can you help us teach our village how to stop this? And we're going, well, we don't know. We can't.
You should charge for it.
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? I'm just saying. On an overall, yeah, but it's an issue.
Call me, let's sit down and talk some more.
You know?
All right?
Okay, thanks.
All right, buddy, thank you. Anybody else?
Just one quick question.
Yeah.
I'll make it brief. I'm happy to hear that the board wants to be transparent. So what I would like to ask, is it possible to post the Freedom of Information Act requests or responses online? Make those available to all the residents.
Yeah. No. Later on in the village board meeting, I was going to give an update. We've just implemented a new system that's going to be able to do that for all new requests. Will be available online, so residents can view what's already been requested before they take the time to request another the same information. So yes.
Excellent. We
So
appreciate that.
We're ahead of the,
Yep.
we've already done it. All right. With that, anybody else? We'll go to the clerk's report.
Thank you for your time, Mayor. Thank you for the extra time.
Okay, we're right to ordinances. Ordinance is first ordinance 01014, amending Title 17 of the Lemont Municipal Code, the Lemont Unified Development Ordinance of 2008.
Need a motion to approve?
So moved.
Made by trustee Blatzer. Second. Second by trustee Miklos. Charity?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The attached ordinance contains text amendments to the Unified Development Ordinance on a variety of different topics, including allowing medical cannabis uses as a special use in the M3 and M4 zoning districts. It amends our regulations regarding fences in front yards in our districts to increase the allowable height from 3 to 4 feet. Makes changes to the historic district certificate of appropriateness review and approval procedures. Adds regulations to allow for self-storage containers, or pods as they're more commonly known. Revises our regulations regarding construction contractor offices. Amends the deck setbacks in the R4 zoning district. And then also makes other various clerical corrections and edits. This was reviewed at the committee of the whole. The one thing I would just note is that the draft presented to the committee of the whole had an error in it. It said that decks in the R4 would be changed to be allowed to be 10 feet from the lot lines or equal to a conforming principal structure, whichever is less. That was incorrect. It should be 15 feet from the lot line or equal to the setback of the conforming principal structure.
Thank you, Charity. Any other questions? Thank you again for all the hard work on it. You guys, again, it is a fluid document that continues to change, and I'm glad to see that we're making the changes on more of a proactive than reactive basis. So thank you, Charity. Any other comments? Roll call.
Snigotsky,
Yes.
Stapleton,
Yes.
Virgilio,
Yes.
Bledsoe. Yes. Saldikis.
Yes.
Miklos.
Motion approves.
Ordinance 01114, restricting parking along Illinois 171 within the village of Lemont.
Need a motion to approve?
So moved.
Made by trustee Virgilio.
Second.
Second by trustee Blatzer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm going to group the next three resolutions and final ordinance, or the Next three ordinances and only resolution on the agenda together, they're all related to the state's proposed improvements to the bridge on Archer over Long Run Creek. And we discussed this at the last committee of the whole meeting. The state is proposing improvements to the bridge on Archer over Long Run Creek, which will include roadway improvements, drainage improvements, and also improvements to the signal in front of Target Coal on Archer. Because that signal is a village-owned signal, when the complex was built, it was deeded over to the village. The state is requesting an agreement the village entered into to share in the cost of the signal. Originally, the assessment was a cost of about $150,000 for the signal. However, the village was able to receive federal funding of 80%, which brings the village's share down to $29,900 for the signal. The resolution,
Who did that?
Mayor Reeves was able to get that funding.
I tried, so, I'm trying, How long did it take me to do it?
30 seconds. He's very good at a public meeting. So, the resolution on the agenda is the agreement authorizing participation in the project. The three ordinances are all related. They are standard ordinances that the state requests for these type of projects. An ordinance prohibiting parking along Archer, which we already do, and we'll codify this in the next meeting in the village municipal code. An ordinance prohibiting the drainage and discharge of sanitary industrial waste into the facilities constructed as part of the project, and an ordinance prohibiting encroachments within the state right of way. Just standard ordinances that go along with the resolution. If there's any other questions, let me know.
Thank you, George. Do we have to do them together, or individually, can we do anything to?
Yeah, you can make a motion to do them anonymous first, and then a second vote would be to vote on them. So if you want to make a motion to consider all these together at once.
I make a motion to see them all at once.
Thank you, trustee. Second. Made by trustee Childikas, second by trustee Stapleton. Is voice vote fine with that?
Please.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. So now so then just roll call.
Approve, just like you would.
So we're just motion, okay, so we have a motion, we already have a motion and a second on that, so roll call.
I want to give.
No, we-
Okay,
need
so
a
now we
motion
go-
to
so I
approve.
need a new motion to approve them as
So moved.
such. Made by trustee Stapleton, second by trustee Childikas. Roll call.
Yagowski.
Yes.
Stapleton.
Yes.
Virgilio.
Yes.
Blitzer.
Yes.
Childikas.
Yes.
Nichols.
Yes. Motion approved. And just for the general public, that means that portion between Target Poles from Archer down where they just redid the bridge is going to be increased in elevation by 4 feet. So it's going to help try to give some of the buffer for Long Run Creek when it does overspill, that it's not, so it won't continue to block Archer there. So it's part of flood remediation as well. So that's Archer.
They are waiting on this resolution to bid the project out, so there will be a pre-con right after the project's bid out and awarded, but it'll be this year. And we'll have more updates on the project.
Thank you, George. Village Attorney's report was done. Moving to the Village Administrator's report. You did the other one?
Actually, had a couple of quick items, Mr. Mayor. I just wanted to announce that staff is starting to go through the budget process now, assembling the budget document. The public hearing will be March 10th at the village board meeting at 7 o'clock. Just wanted to make that known. We will have the document ready for view, 10 days prior, or so if there's any comment, March 10th is the official public hearing that residents can make comment on the budget. We'll make a reminder of that on the website and also at the next board meeting. Couple quick items, and thank you, Janet. Bill, if you could show the page, wanted to show you the FOIA system that staff has implemented, and a lot of hard work went into it. And this is how you'll be able to get to it on our village website. On the left-hand side, there's a section on FOIA, Freedom of Information, and there's several pieces of information on this page. One of them that we've had just updated is the FOIA directory. Basically, what this lists all the FOIA directors that the village has, and then also it lists the types of documents that you can request. The term freedom of information is a little misleading. It's not information that you're requesting. You should be requesting a specific document, and this document here shows the types of documents the village would have underneath its control to help the residents request what they need to see. But this is where the online portal is going to be located. If you go on this page, online FOIA directory. And there's a couple different sections. You can submit a FOIA online. You'll get a login and you can track the status of your FOIA. And you can also view an archive of all the existing FOIAs, which again is trying to make information available to the public more streamlined, but also help you out where if you're requesting information that's already been requested, just go on this webpage and you don't need to burden staff for duplicate information. So just wanted to make that known. It'll be also in the newsletter, the link to the page. Another quick item, just remember, finally fully implemented our online utility billing portal, and you can get to that here on the website as well. And my eyes are
Right there.
oh, sorry. So basically what this is, I have contacts, I just have to get them. You put in your account number and your full name as it's listed on your bill, and you'll be able to go to your individual secure online portal of your account. A lot of people like to still come to Village Hall and drop off a check for their water bill. You can still do that and still utilize the system. This shows, it'll show you a couple years of history. You can view what you paid, when you paid it last month, your usage. Really a unique tool, and it's similar to what you have for ComEd. You can view your usage and your payment status. So those are the three items, kind of finally implementing these features for the residents. And if you have any questions, contact Village Hall.
No premium to use that, is there?
There is not. Not on the online portion. Not even the online pay is the village absorbs that charge.
Thank you, George. I mean, when you look at the transparency of other towns, other villages, other states, I think it's a true testament of having a great young staff that we have downstairs and being proactive and understanding technology and what we can do with technology and getting this out. Because, you guys understood a need a few weeks ago and was already, on top of it and created an answer for the problem. So again, congratulations to you guys down there, and thank you for the hard work that you're doing too. Nothing under board reports, staff reports. Mr. Pakula?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. To add to the mayor's report on the salt issue,
Can I steal your thunder?
a little bit.
I'm sorry.
I'll add to it.
Boo hoo hoo.
I've been asked this question probably 50 times over the last month, are we out of salt? We are not. We have plenty of salt, but we are in conservation mode since December 20th. We identify areas that are dangerous, possibly dangerous, curves, hills, main streets, and we hit those periodically. We do not salt the flat streets anymore because we can't get salt as much as we want.
And we are paying a premium for what we're paying.
Absolutely.
So there's a budget.
It is
We're trying to watch that as well.
The
So.
price of salt has tripled in the last month.
Right.
Over the last couple storms, we've had some confusion on the uneven parking. And that's just because the two storms overlapped and the people didn't know when to park where and, why. So I urged the residents to go on to Nixle. I put out alerts that will clear that up and tell you when it starts and when it ends. So go on to Nixle.com, sign up, and you'll receive those alerts. And I know everyone is frustrated, residents are frustrated, staff is frustrated. It's a long, cold winter. So hang in there, we've got 38 days left of spring. Not that I'm counting, but hopefully we'll get through it. That's all.
Thank you, Ralph.
Can I just add something?
Absolutely.
And Ralph, you didn't really say this, and you said it last week, but salt isn't effective at certain temperatures. Once it drops below, what is it?
Below 15.
Below 15 degrees?
Below 15 is not as effective as it would be.
So we've had some days where the temperature itself, not even counting wind chill, was so hideous that the salt really wasn't working that well. And I know you took some criticism from residents for that, but there's really nothing that could be done. And I heard on the radio today that an average winter, you'll have 7 days that are below 0 temperatures, not wind chill temperatures. And we've had, today is 19, tomorrow will be 20. So it's really been a very extreme winter, and I think you and your guys have done a great job with very little sleep and not any days off to try to keep up with it. So we appreciate that.
About how many water breaks have you had, water main breaks?
We've had 11 in the last 2 weeks.
So in case you did have a chance not to plow.
Well, that's what we're facing. Plow, cold,
It's a lot of breaks.
plow, cold, plow. So it's,
Being
the guys have been busy, but they're great. I wouldn't want to work with another group of guys.
Here's something too, the financial stability of Lemont as far as having, you know, a comfortable fund balance and for these types of things to go over. I happen to be in Michigan Thursday, Friday. They're so short as far as money. They plow for 8 hours, that's it, because they have no more money for overtime. So it doesn't matter if your street's not plowed, it doesn't matter where it's at. They plow for 8 hours, and that's it.
Is that the state?
That's county, state, everybody.
So,
It's, I mean, you're talking about people that are up for, I mean, senior complexes, same thing. So, very interesting on that side. Also, something that came to my attention today, that Hardee's has come in for a permit for a sign and construction permit for the old Wendy's site. We're in the process working with them. They do have a demo permit, so they are doing some demolition on the inside right now. And we are working with them to diligently get them into operation at the old Wendy's site. So we have that as well. Right now. So with that, anybody have anything under unfinished or new business? With none, Jeff, it's personnel, what else? That's it, just personnel. Collective bargaining, that's right, we got the one. Made a motion to move to executive session to discuss personnel and collective bargaining.
second.
Trustee Blatzer, second by trustee Stapleton.
Nagowski.
Yes.
Stapleton.
Yes.
Virgilio.
Yes.
Lutzer.
Yes.
Trudicus.
Yes.
Nichols.
Yes.
Move to executive session.